Hey guys. Here, I'm just double flipping. Okay. Okay. I've just been rushing around. All right, I want to get comfortable. I am broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California in this beautiful garden. And I said last time that I want... Oh, hey, what's up? People are joining us. This is awesome. So yeah, I broadcasted from inside the other day, but I decided I wanted to be outside this time because it's so pretty out here. Okay, so let me see if I can get comfortable. Okay, all right, this is good. This is good. This works. I was having some hair issues this morning. Okay, hold on. Oh my God. All right, so hey, I am Heather Rebecca Wilson, motivational speaker and multicultural women's success coach. Welcome to this Periscope. Today I am talking about the #1 secret to transforming from a codependent perfectionist to a kick-ass global woman entrepreneur. So welcome everybody. Where's everybody coming from? Let me see. Yeah, more people are joining. This is so awesome. So let's see. I hope everybody's having a good day. Hi, who's that? Hi from Cali. Hello. I'm in Cali too. Hello from San Diego. Awesome. This is so fun, you guys. It's like having a live show. My goodness. Okay. Anyway. All right. So as you guys know, well, maybe you don't know. So I'm a motivational speaker and multicultural women's success coach. I just left my 9-to-5 job. I don't know, my last day was June 10th, where I was working as a service learning coordinator at a fantastic independent school outside of Washington. Hi, lots of hearts, thank you. More people joining us, this is great. Yeah, I left to become a digital nomad because I wanted to just travel and yeah, just have new experiences. I really love meeting new people. I'm curious about the experiences of other people. I love beauty, so yeah, I just figured this would be an amazing lifestyle for me. But it takes a lot of courage, I think, to, you know, go a different direction. To, yes, hi, lots of green hearts, awesome. It takes guts, I think, to like follow your path and follow your bliss, you know, especially when, yeah, you're going it alone. But the secret to my transformation has definitely been cultivating a spiritual relationship of my own understanding. So the story I want to share with you is, let me close this, sorry, that I was a codependent perfectionist for most of my life. And, you know, that programming came from growing up as a, you know, a multiracial person in a very white world where I didn't have anybody to like model for me how to have like a positive self-identity as a multiracial person. I didn't know anybody else besides my siblings that was multiracial. So yeah, I just kind of never felt like I belonged anywhere, right? I wasn't like black enough for the black side of my family, I wasn't Filipino enough for the Filipino side, and I wasn't white enough for my white friends at school. So just so you guys know, like my background, my mom is from the Philippines. She self-identifies as Filipino, but her, you know, her background is like Chinese and Spanish and Italian and Native Islander, and actually like her last name is Macariola, which is a Sicilian name. And then my dad self-identifies as African American. He's very light-skinned, he has freckles, I feel like I'm squinting a lot, you know, red hair, so he's multiracial, but he self-identifies as black, but he's mixed with Irish and Cherokee and African American. So anyway, I just never felt like I fit in as a kid, and yeah, I just felt like I wasn't good enough. And so at a very early age, I learned that like I wasn't good enough, I was never going to be good enough, and I needed to be perfect in order to be loved, right? So this was my programming for like 25 years, and I was really, really hard on myself. I was always beating myself up, and I was also, you know, comparing myself to people like nonstop, and I was so obsessed with like what other people thought. And it was about at age like 35 where I just decided can't do this anymore. It was totally exhausting. So this is what happened to me, and I'm like coming out of the closet now as a spiritual person, just because I feel like this is the time. You know, I've decided to move to California, and I'm super happy. I'm energized. I'm excited. So yeah, I'm coming out of the closet as a spiritual person now. So I was raised Catholic. Both my parents are Catholic, and I went to Sunday school and, you know, went to church every Sunday. If I wasn't going to Sunday school, I don't think I went to both. But, you know, I did the whole First Communion thing, and I did get confirmed. And, you know, I did it because that's what my family wanted me to do, and that's what I felt like everybody else was doing. So, but I never felt really at home in the church. I mean, I don't know. I liked the music, and I'm a big music fan, and I love to connect to this thing that's bigger than ourselves through music, for sure. But yeah, the music was like kind of the only thing that I liked about it. And I did get a sense, you know, as I grew older and like living in DC, and as I had like more, you know, friends who were different, you know, I mean, I had a lot of gay friends growing up. David Hampshire, I see you. So I don't know, I just kind of felt like the church, at least the one that I went to, was kind of unfriendly to gay people. So I don't know, that kind of like turned my stomach. So anyway, I have this Catholic background, but I never really was like, I'm Catholic and this is what I'm all about. So anyway, you know, I didn't really go to church after being confirmed. I think like in high school, I stopped going. My parents still go. My dad's still really devout. But anyway, I was introduced to yoga and meditation in college, and that actually helped me a lot because I had a lot of anxiety, as you can imagine. I put a lot of pressure on myself, you know, to like get into this, you know, Ivy League school, and you know, and I did, but it was just a lot of pressure. So that helped me a lot with my anxiety, doing yoga and meditating. So anyway, so my spiritual awakening, this is what happened. So I was dating this guy, and I must have been like 35, 34 years old, and I'm 37 now. And I think in the relationship before that, I think I had rushed into it, and I wanted this time to really, really take my time and make sure that I felt something before I said something. Like I think in my relationship before this one, I think I like rushed into telling this person that I love them before I really felt it. And I think I said it because I actually wanted to hear it, because I didn't love myself. But anyway, so I'm in this new relationship, and I'm like really careful to like monitor my feelings and like not say anything that I don't mean. And then, I don't know, about 6 months into it, I started to feel like, you know what? I think I do love this person, and I think I do want to say this to them, but there was something inside of me telling me that I shouldn't. And it was something to the effect of like, they don't deserve to hear it, or they can't handle it, or whatever. But there was something inside of me that was saying like, no, don't say this to this person. So we went on this vacation to South Beach and had a really nice time. At least that's what I thought. But anyway, so we get back though, and I felt like a shift in the force. I mean, that's just like the best way that I can describe it, but like something was really wrong, and I found myself feeling really depressed and like not like myself, and I was crying, and I really couldn't understand why, and I just felt like this distance between us. And then eventually, you know, maybe like, yeah, 2 weeks later, we made plans to get together, and we had like not seen each other in several days, which was like odd. So I'm driving home from work to a mutual friend's house, and like all of a sudden, like I get this download that like, this guy's gonna break up with you today. I was like, this is so weird, but I just got this download. So I get to my friend's house. This is our mutual friend who like actually set us up and knows the both of us. And I was like, guess what? I got this download today that says like, you know, so-and-so is gonna break up with me. And he's like, you're crazy. You're nuts. That's not gonna happen. Like, you know, you always do this. You're in your head, la, 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 la. And I was like, dude, I don't know. I feel this really strongly. So after that, I call my best friend who lives in California. So I'm calling her, and I'm like, I don't really know how to explain this, but I got this download today that so-and-so, is going to break up with me today. And she's like, you know, Heather, you're crazy. That's not going to happen. You know, that's not going to happen. Like, I saw you guys together. You're so happy, blah, 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 blah. So, like, these people who know me really, really well and know him and know us together are like, you're freaking crazy. So anyway, it's like, all right, maybe I'm crazy. But I'm driving home to my place, and on the way home, my boyfriend calls, and I can just tell in his voice immediately that he is going to break up with me. So I was just like, you're breaking up with me, dude. And he's like, no, I really need to talk to you. So anyway, as you can imagine, I was not happy about this. But what I did get out of it was this knowing that finally I could trust myself, and trust my intuition and my decision making above all else. And I didn't need to, you know, seek counsel from anybody else to make the best decisions for me. So that's what I got out of that experience. So yeah, it was just like recognizing that I could trust my intuition above all else. So I think that led to, you know, an opening where I was guided basically to, you know, find a coach basically, because I remember calling my brother the next day and telling him what had happened. Of course, like, I didn't sleep at all that night, and he's like, Heather, you are way too hard on yourself. You're such a perfectionist. Like, why are you doing this? And I was like, oh shit, okay. I am a perfectionist. Why am I doing this to myself? And so, hey, more hearts, awesome. I mean, I'm sure you guys can relate to this. I was like really, really hard on myself. And so, you know, I figured out, because I was open, that, you know, I had this limiting belief that, like, I had to be perfect and that I wasn't good enough. And so that led me to, you know, seeking out a coach to kind of help me with this limiting belief, because if I knew what I was doing, I would have figured it out by now, right? So it took me, like, humbling myself. I really had to humble myself and surrender to something. And I was like, I need help with this. Like, clearly, if I knew what I was doing, I would have figured this out. So I am going to surrender myself. And I'm getting lots of hearts, yay. So that's kind of what happened. And then once I surrendered to, I mean, the best way I can describe it is this, like, all-encompassing force of love that connects us all, that we're a part of, and that flows through us. Like, once I kind of connected to that, my life has just unfolded in the most beautiful and effortless way. So yeah, and my life just, like, totally changed. And I never thought that I would be able to shake the feeling that, like, I wasn't good enough, or that I needed to be perfect. Like, it haunted me, but it was like this really insidious thing that was very much below the surface. I really didn't know how much it was ruling my life. So, you know, once I figured that out, I felt like completely unstoppable. So yeah, I mean, that has really been the secret to my transformation. It's been cultivating a spiritual relationship of my own understanding. And the main way that I've done that, you know, besides through, you know, working with a coach on this, but it's really been through my meditation practice. Hey, more hearts, awesome. So I do have some tips for you guys in terms of cultivating a spiritual relationship of your own understanding. So for me, my dad, who's awesome, he offered, like, several years ago to treat me and my mom to a transcendental meditation course. And of course I said yes. So that is the type of meditation, yeah, that's what my meditation practice is. So it's like twice a day, ideally for 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon. And sometimes I meditate every day. Sometimes I don't do it twice a day. It just depends on what's going on, but I try to do at least 5 minutes every morning, and it has made, like, such a huge difference in my life. I mean, I feel like I'm happier, I am calmer, I'm less reactive. I just feel amazing. I feel more creative too. So in transcendental meditation, you know, they teach you a mantra, and that's what I've been using to kind of just focus myself. And I think, you know, and I tried meditation before, like I said, like, I learned how to do it, or I was exposed to it when I was in college. But I would always get frustrated, right? Like my thoughts would wander off and I would just immediately go into attack mode and be like, I suck at this, right? My mind is always, going elsewhere. But turns out that like that is totally okay, and that's actually the point. So like when things do bubble up, they're bubbling up to be healed, right? Like maybe there's some story that you're telling yourself that you need to kind of like shed and let go of, right? So instead of like fighting these thoughts that would come up and like get mad at myself, sorry, there's a helicopter. Sorry. This is real life, this is live. Yeah, instead of beating myself up, for having these thoughts, what I was taught to do is just kind of observe them like clouds going across the sky and not identify with them or attach to them. And for me, it feels like, meditation is this dance between like, holding on to your, like focusing on the mantra and, your mind wandering off and then realizing that it's wandering off and then coming back to it using the mantra. So yeah, that technique really helped me. But that's not the only technique that is out there for sure. I mean, there's guided meditation. Sometimes I use those. There are lots of different ways to do this. And I know some people, they like to do a walking meditation, or maybe for them, it's running or, doing something active, and I totally get it. I mean, I think for some people, the idea of like sitting on a meditation pillow, like a Zen monk, is just not their thing. So I encourage you to find what is right for you. I was just watering the plants out here before that, and that was like an amazing meditation, and I kind of did that on purpose because I wanted to like center myself before I did this Periscope. But give it a try, and I swear, like this has been the secret to, my transformation, to all the success that I've experienced, all of the happiness and joy that I've experienced in the past 2 years. I mean, I've never, ever been this happy. I can tell. Yo, more hearts, yay! But yeah, find what's right for you, and don't get all caught up in like what you think meditation is supposed to look like, right? I mean, figure out what's right for you. So my advice in terms of approaching this is like, the first thing is just to be open, right? Set the intention that you do want to cultivate a spiritual relationship of your own understanding, and just be open and be willing, and you will be guided after that. And then just also make time during the day to do this, and doing it first thing in the morning is really, really awesome, because it really just sets the tone for the rest of the day. I can't say enough about it. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. So do you guys have any questions out there? I'm just curious, like, do any of you guys have a meditation practice? Are there techniques that have worked for you? I mean, I've mentioned doing like a walking meditation. Painting is a meditation for me. It's like anything that like gets me out of my head is awesome. And again, if you do have thoughts, if your mind wanders off, it's like totally okay, and it's nothing to like freak out over. But that has definitely been the secret to my success and the peace and happiness that I have experienced in my life recently, and I will never go without it. So if this, and I encourage you guys, just take what resonates with you, like this is just what works for me, and maybe it won't work for you. You have to find what works for you. But if it does resonate, please visit my website. It's heatherrebeccawilson.com. And I have a free training, and it's like 5 simple secrets to, getting unstuck and moving in the direction of your dream life and purpose. And it's an audio training that, actually goes more into depth on this topic, right, of getting in touch with your intuition and, getting a meditation practice going. And I'm actually going to show you the link in a second. But yeah, I consider myself a spiritual person. I don't consider myself a religious person. I feel like religion is more like a set of like rules yeah, I think it's like rules and values that can be used, you know, positively or negatively, yeah, it just depends, right? But spirituality, I feel like, is much broader than that, and it's about, yeah, this like all-encompassing force of love that we are a part of and that works through us. And we just need to align with it, and once we do, like, everything becomes just effortless and awesome. I mean, at least that's been my experience. So I'm gonna pull up this page so that you guys can see it. Hold on one second. You know, you think you have these things all set up, but okay, hold on, here we go. Here, I'm just gonna move this really here. Okay. So yeah, there's the URL, heatherrebeccawilson.com /free training 1. Okay, so go here, and I've got an awesome 15-minute audio training that's really going to help you get in touch with your intuition. Okay, definitely check that out. Okay, sorry. We're back. The other thing I wanted to remind you guys about is a telecourse that I'm launching very soon. It's called Master Your Mix, the Multicultural Woman's Guide to Success. It's going to be a 4-week telecourse where you call in at a certain time, and I'm going to share information with you guys for an hour. So I'll be like lecturing for an hour, and then there'll be a half hour of Q&A afterwards. And you will get some worksheets ahead of time, so you'll know, I mean, obviously you'll know the topics of the modules ahead of time, but you'll get the worksheets that you can do a little thinking about it beforehand, or, you know, you can work on the, you know, do the worksheets later. But that is launching really soon, and as soon as I have a date and a URL for you, I will share that with you. But I am super excited. It's really combining all of the work that I've done, you know, over the course of my life. I mean, it combines, you know, spirituality with all the work that I've done in independent schools, you know, including like this community service work, service learning, and diversity and inclusion work and leadership skills. So check it out. I'm super excited to share this knowledge with you guys, and I'm excited to create a community around this telecourse as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to tell you. So I do have a Facebook page. It's Heather Rebecca Wilson. Definitely get on there, like the page, because I put a lot of updates on there. I also have an Instagram account. It's heatherrebeccawilson.com. What else? Oh, so I have 2 Facebook groups. So the first one is the Glamorous Global Entrepreneur. So that's, you know, the fabulous, yeah, that's my fabulous little group. Check it out. You can go check it out, look at the description, and see what you think. But it's open to anybody who aspires to be a glamorous global entrepreneur, or is one, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about women being in their pleasure and joy and traveling the world in style and like not apologizing for their desires. So if that resonates with you, come on over, join the community. It's awesome. And then I also have a group called Mixing It Up in Business for like multiracial, multicultural entrepreneurs, just because there's kind of a special conversation around being multiracial. So yeah, if any of those resonate, definitely I invite you to check them out. Join the community. Let's build a group of like cool, like-minded people. I am so excited to get to know you and like be connected with you. And sorry for all the noise. I don't know what's going on with the dog, but anyway. Thanks for letting me share this with you. Thanks for letting me be vulnerable. Yeah, I just felt like it was time for me to come out of the spiritual closet and let people know that this has been the secret to my transformation. It has absolutely been cultivating a spiritual relationship of my own understanding. Not my dad's understanding, not my mom's, not my community, whatever. It's my own understanding. Yeah, that's been it. And then the way I've done that is through meditation. So I hope that serves you guys. Thank you so much. I may be on tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but I will let you know, obviously. All right. Mwah. Bye, guys. Take care.